This is Calvin Robinson. He gave a speech here remotely where he was very, very blunt about Islam.
We have seen in this country our values eroded over the past 10 to 20 years. Education, academia, our legal system, the courts, parliament. As we take Christ out of all of these things, this tale that we've been told is that we could fill them with secularism, that we could have political neutrality, and that all ideas will be treated equal. But that is a lie. We know that to be a lie. When you take something out, something else has to go in to fill its place. Nature abhors a vacuum. And what we've seen filling that void is Mohammedanism. Mohammedanism, despite what the liberals tell you, is counter to our way of life. It's contradictory to British values, to Christian values. Where Islam tells you to kill your enemy, Christianity tells you to die of yourself. There's a very, very different concept. The Christian faith is about love, faith, hope, and love. The Islamic cult is a death cult founded by a warmongering pedophile. Let's be honest. I'm not saying this to be offensive or to trigger. This is the truth. And we've skirted around this for so long out of fear of causing offense. But we have to stop being afraid of causing offense because our country is being torn apart as a result. The truth is, there are many, many people in this country that want to turn it into an Islamic caliphate. And I don't want Britain to become an Islamic caliphate. I don't want England to become an Islamic caliphate. I look at countries that are predominantly Mohammedan, and I see that people are thrown off roofs for having the wrong sort of lifestyle. Women are not allowed to drive or learn and have to cover their faces with all but the letterbox of the niqab. It's wrong. It's not in our way of life. The English way has always been freedom of religion so that people can worship however they want. The problem there has been that it was always assumed that we'd be worshipping the Christian God. And that is no longer the case, which means that people are worshipping this warmongering paedophile, probably under demonic influence, and it's tearing us apart at the seams. So what is the answer to that? The answer to that is return to Christianity, return to Christ. And there are many, many people on our side who do not have the faith, but still see the importance of Christianity. To leave you with a message, I will not use the word Muslim. Muslim means true believer. They are not true believers. People who worship or who follow Muhammad are not true believers of God.
A Muslim cannot be a Muslim if he doesn't accept hadith. You can call them pseudo-Muslims.
Sahih al-Bukhari, 51:33. Narrated Aisha that the Prophet wrote the marriage contract with her when she was 6 years old, and he consummated his marriage when she was 9 years old, and then she remained with him for 9 years, i.e. till his death. Sahih al-Bukhari, 51:58. Narrated Urwa, the Prophet wrote the marriage contract with Aisha while she was 6 years old, and consummated his marriage with her while she was 9 years old, and she remained with him for 9 years, i.e. till his death. Sahih Muslim 3481. It was narrated from Aisha that the Prophet married her when she was 7 years old, and she was taken to him as a bride when she was 9 years old, and she took her dolls with her. He died when she was 18 years old. Sahih Muslim 3482. It was narrated from Aisha that the Messenger of Allah married her when she was 6 years old and consummated the marriage with her when she was 9 years old, and he died when she was 18 years old. Sunan Abu Dawud 2121. Aisha narrated, the Messenger of Allah married me while I was a girl of 7 years. Suleiman, one of the narrators, said, or 6, and he consummated the marriage when I was a girl of 9.
A Muslim cannot be a Muslim if he doesn't accept hadith. You can call them pseudo-Muslims. So without the hadith, you cannot follow Islam. That's the reason. And if you follow Quran, only following Quran also you have to follow hadith. Because Quran says, Atiullah, Ati Rasul.